Now, the first thing you need to do is create a project folder. Now, this is your main folder where I will keep everything that I will need and that I will be using for this project. You can either go up here to File, New Folder, click that, and that came up all the way over there, New Folder, or I'm going to delete that. You could just click on the desktop. The desktop, for anybody who doesn't know, is this whole area here. This is all your desktop. The Control click, or right click, Control click, New Folder. Boom. Folder. A new untitled folder will appear on your desktop. You're going to click once in the untitled folder area, and you are going to be able to rename the folder whatever the name of the project is that you're working on. So for example, if you were working on a music video, you would call that music video project. Next thing to do is inside the music video project folder, so I'm going to double click in it to open it. Now I am inside, see that right there? Inside the music video project folder. What I want to do is add 4 additional folders inside the music video project folder. Now, I can do that by going Wheel, New Folder. You're going to call this Audio. Add a new folder. You're going to call this Video. You're going to add a new folder. You're going to call this Photos. Add one more folder. Premiere Files. Now, make sure that this area right here with the 4 boxes, make sure that is clicked when you're adding these folders. These folders are where you will keep everything that you will use for this particular project. All your videos will go in here. All your audio files, whether it's a song or a sound effect or whatever, that will go in here. Photos, still photos, will go in here. And when you open your Premiere project and you save it, this is the location where you save your editing project. Next thing we want to do is to launch Adobe Premiere Pro. You need to go up to File, and you're going to bring up a new Finder window. A Finder window is how you find things. And then you're going to go to Applications, that's all your applications, and you're going to go to Adobe Premiere Pro CC 2017. Adobe Premiere Pro 2017. Now, this is the one you want to double click. When your start page opens, click on New Project. Bam. Okay, now, this is your new project window. You're setting up your new project. So you're going to name this. You might want to call it Music Video. Just a suggestion. Call it whatever you want. Now you need to tell Premiere where you want to save this project. So you're going to go to Browse. I'm going to browse, Explore, and I'm going to go to Desktop, Music Video Project, Premiere Files. And I'm going to choose that. This is where this Premiere project will be saved. Okay. Now that's all I need to do. Don't worry about the other stuff. I'm going to click OK. This is your interface. Now, real quick, I'm just going to show you real quick. Go to your music video project folder, the one we created. You have your audio. I've entered a song in there. You have photos. I have a couple of songs. I have a couple of photos in there because I'm ready to start editing. There's my video. I have 2 videos and my Premiere file. Okay, need to start this thing with a sequence. So I go File, New, Sequence. So this will come up like this, and you're going to go AVCHD right here, and you're going to drill that down. 1080p, open 1080p. Oh my God, what do I got to do? AVCHD 1080p 24. Click OK. I got a sequence. This is my project folder. Okay, now down here, this is where I'm going to put all my videos, my audio, my pictures. Okay, now these are what's known as assets. And before I start editing them, I have to get them into the project, import them. There's two things I can do to import. I can double click in here, and that will give me a Finder window. I'm going to cancel that. Or just go up to your file, import, and get it. I got another Finder window. We made the folders so we know where everything is. I'm going to go to desktop, music video project. Now, I don't want to import my Premiere project into a Premiere project. Why would I want to do that? It doesn't make any sense. A lot of people click this and they try and import their project into their project. So you want to go to video, right? So I got two videos here. Now you can import the folder, or you can just click on this and then hold down Shift. You'll select both of them at the same time and you'll import your videos. I go back here, double click in the project window again to open a Finder window. And I want to go to my photos, right? So get my photos. I have 4 photos. So hold down Shift, and I've got the bottom one selected. Hold down Shift, click the top one. They all get selected. Import. Here they go. They're all in there. Now, one other thing I got to do. I got one more thing. Got my song. Okay. Now there's 2 views down here that you can go list view like that, or you can go icon view like that. I like this because I can see. This is the video I want to use to start this music video, I think. So what I'm going to do is I double click onto a footage thumbnail, and check it out. It appears in the source window. This is the source window. So everything that is down here, when you double click on it, it will appear up here. Watch this. Boop, 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 boop. Back to my video. Okay. Now, I'm going to scroll through the footage in my source window to decide which portion of the clip I want to use. I can scroll through like this, just holding the cursor over the playhead and dragging it left and right. I can also click this, play, start, stop, start, stop, or spacebar, start, stop, start, stop. Say I want to start right there. Okay, so that's where I want to start. I don't want this whole clip, I just want a little part of it. So I'm going to set my in point. I can do that by either clicking here. See that mark in? There's that little weird thing right there. I like to click I on the keyboard. It's much easier. Click I. Oh, look what happened. This whole thing got selected. So now I've selected starting here, my in point, all the way to the rest of the clip. But I don't want that. I just want a little part of it. So I'm going to go to right when he gets right when he walks down these rocks, right? What I'm going to do now is I can either mark my out point just by clicking on this thing right here, or what I like to do is just press O. Now watch what's going to happen. Watch up in here, okay? Pressing O, boom. Now I've selected this small portion of this entire clip, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it, I'm going to drag the footage from the source window, and I'm going to bring it down here to my timeline. Now, this clip does not match the sequence settings. Change sequence to match the clip's settings. Now, I set these sequence settings in the beginning for 1920 by 1080. That's what I want to do. So I'm going to say keep existing settings, okay? Now check it out. Because I said keep existing settings, this came in like this. So there's a black border around it. Okay, we will fix that in a second. But what you're going to do is you're going to build your track by assembling your footage in order on the timeline. Again, this is your timeline down here. So you're just going to keep selecting. Say I want this. This is a still image. Now the default length for still image is 5 seconds. So I'm going to drag that down. Say I want this next. See, now that came in really tiny. Let's see what this is. Maybe I want this next. Okay, now I'm going to go for another part of, say I want another part of, say I want the little cubby. Now I'm choosing a different portion of the same clip that I picked before. I want a new section of this, so all I got to do is right there. Click I, and everything changes. Space bar, I'm going to play it to, okay, all right, that's good. So right before, we'll see him with the little baby in his mouth. Okay, so right there. Now what do I click? O, and look at that. I just selected that little part. So all I do is take this. I'm going to drag the footage from the source window down here to my timeline. And you're just going to continue to build your project by assembling the selected sections from your footage in the order you want them to appear in the timeline. There should be a little tool bar right here. Here's tip number 1. Okay, make sure that this is your main tool that you want to be in for most of your editing. You want to have this selected. This is a way that you can adjust the view of the clips that are in your timeline. So you can move it around. You can make it bigger or smaller. You can also do this by pressing plus or minus. Plus, minus. Minus smaller, plus bigger. You can take this here, and when you select it like this, you can move this wherever. When it's white selected like that, you move it wherever. When you go here and you see the red arrow, you can drag it like that, shorten it, or elongate it. Okay? We got to resize this. So to resize an image or video, all you got to do is you got to double click on this thing. You got to double click to select it. Now this, just so in case I haven't said, this is the program window. This is the monitor where your edit is going to appear. Everything you put together in your timeline is going to appear up in here. But that looks kind of silly. Now this is, you always want to select large pictures. Otherwise it's going to come in like this, and it's going to look pixelated when you make it bigger. So anytime you grab a picture or even a video footage, you want it as big and best quality as possible. So the way that you adjust the size is you're going to double click, okay? Then you're going to go up here to the source area, and you're going to click Effects Controls, okay? Then you just go down here, Video Effects, down here to the Scale, okay? Scale is the size. So go here. Now watch what happens over here. Okay. All I'm doing is I'm moving this cursor over the 100, and you get those two double arrows that go left and right. Press down, and then if I scroll to the right, it gets bigger. Scroll to the left, it gets smaller. So I'm going to size that so it's just perfect. Wunderbar. Then I'm going to take this. I'm going to scroll down here. I'm going to double click on the tiger. Look how tiny that is. Ugh. Go to Effects Control. Now watch what's going to happen. Make this bigger. Now look, it's pixelated. Well, it's not bad, but it's not great. So I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Double click. Up here. Effects. Scale. Scale it to size. So the other thing to know is that when you drag video clips into the timeline, the video and the audio is connected. So if you're doing something like we're doing, which is a music video, we're not going to use any of the audio that is linked with the video.
The first 6 weeks, most
we're going to include our own song. We need to remove it. You're going to need to unlink or disconnect the audio track from the video track. Control click. Unlink, then select the track you want to delete. It turns white, it's highlighted, and just hit the delete button on the keyboard. So when you drag your your clips from the source window into the timeline, and you do that onto track 1, you do that just so you know, layering a piece of footage on a higher level video track will cause the video on the top track to appear instead of the track underneath. So it's just something to be aware of. So if I drag this down here and I go right on top there, then, well, if that was real size, now I'm going to adjust the size. If that was normal, that's what I would see. But you see how it's actually good. You could see how whatever's on the top layer down here, it's kind of like Photoshop. Whatever's on the top layer, that's what will appear. Okay. Now there's two ways to add a title. There's the new way, and then there's the old way. So the old way, you go File, New, Legacy Title, and you're going to click that. Okay. Now, new title. Say you can. Sometimes I label my title, sometimes not. Let's say Tiger Title, just for the heck of it. Okay. So that's my titler. Basically, with this one, I just click on the T, click on here, and Eye of the Tiger Baby or something. Now I highlight it, and I can do things like, this is how I adjust the size, except I forgot that Y. Oops. So 230, so I'm going to go to the Y, make that 230. Everything's the same. I can change the style over here. Alien encounter. Okay, so I only say, oh, what's going on? I only had the Y selected, so that's the only thing that changed. So I'm going to select everything, and I'm going to go to Alien League. I don't know why. Okay, I want to center it. Okay. Remember, it's all adjustable. So if I want to center it, ka-chink, ka-chink. Okay, too big. Take it smaller. Ka-chink, ka-chink. Center. Change the color down here. Okay, beautiful. So basically, you make it whatever you want. Okay. Actually, I don't want. You don't have to be able to see that. So let's go to alphabet. Ka-chink, ka-chink. Smaller. Ka-chink. Ugh. Whatever. Okay. So what happens is, once I create the title the way that I want it, now this is only in the legacy version. I exit out, and it appears down here. Okay, it appears just like a clip would. So you got to drag it onto the timeline, and now it is here. Now, if I wanted to have it just over black, I could take everything, move it down, and now it's over black. If I wanted to have it over black and then part of the video, I go like that, and then watch. Okay. Now I'm going to show you to add a title the new way. So let's get rid of this. Ka-chink. Yes. Gone. Okay. Old title, gone. New title, about to be. So all you got to do is, now it's in here. So you're going to click the T in this tool panel. Okay. Click the T. Now, all you've got to do is just click right in the program panel and start typing. So I'm going to go Eye of the Tiger. Okay. Now, to edit this title, you see how it automatically popped up down here? So to edit this title, I'm going to highlight the title. I don't know why that last one never goes. So I'm going to highlight the title. Now, watch. I'm going to go up to Window, Essential Graphics. And I'm going to select that. And, oh, what is this? What is this? Don't worry. This is the browse. This is for some other things that maybe I'll show you about later. But for right now, you want to go over here and make sure that this Edit tab is selected. Not the browse, the edit. Ah, look, looky, looky. Eye of the Tiger, a T, that's my text. So here's where I change all my stuff. So let's see. This is opacity. Okay. If I want to go to size, let's see, where am I? Looks like that's the size. Okay. Now looks like this will center it. Gadook, gadook. Now master style. Okay, I'm not sure what that is. So this is where I change the chalk duster. What's that? Okay, what the heck? That works. So here we go. Eye of the tiger. Ka-chink, ka-chink. Okay. So yeah, I'm good. So say I want that different color, go blackish or whatever. Okay, great. What if I want to change that? Okay, so I'm here. You know what? I'm not crazy about it. I'm going to go back and change that. So select this. Make sure that this Essential Graphics panel is still around. If it's not, got to find it. Then I'm going to go to Edit, and then how can I edit? How can I edit? You got to select the type. Oh, there you go. Okay. So now change it, make it bigger, make it smaller. I hate that chalk duster. So let's go to Alien League. No. Let's go to Julian. Whatever. Okay, fine. Ka-chunk, ka-chunk. Centered. Perfect. Okay. Last thing is to export. So, say I got a final edit that I'm happy with, right? Here it is. Okay, make sure the timeline is selected. I'm going to go up to File, Export, Media. Then you're going to go to, these are a couple things you just need to remember. Okay, it's all on the sheet of paper. Format, H.264. It's the magic number. Okay, now you're going for your preset. You're going to go down here and you're going to go all the way to the bottom and you're going to look for YouTube 1080p HD. That's a safe one. Okay, so now you got your settings. Okay, and last thing you're going to do is you're going to go to here. You're going to change your name. So you're going to output the name, and what are you going to call this? I don't know. Let's just say Music Video Final Export. Okay. Now, last thing is I got to go to Desktop, Music Video Project. Now I'm just going to export it into here, so it's going to appear right here under the video. Now, I could put it in the Premiere Files folder, but it's probably better to do an export just as its own thing. So I'm going to do that there. I'm going to direct it. I'm going to direct the export to go to the Music Video Project folder. Click Save, and last thing I do is go down here, click Export. When it's done, I save my project. I quit Premiere. Go over here and look. There it is. Just where I said it would be. Just where I set it to. The Music Video Project, Music Video, Final Export. And that's it.